Today we're looking at my way of purging. Come on in, welcome to my home. Now when I did the purge in my kitchen, a lot of people private messaged me and asked me how I decided what to purge. So I thought, well, why don't I do one drawer that I have not done, and this is what I call my medical drawer. This is where I keep basically all of my medicines and those sort of medical related items. No, not major medically related items, but it's one of those things where I have a drawer where I keep all of this stuff, and so I'm going to show you my system of purging it. The first thing that I do is take out said drawer. This has a ton of stuff in here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely empty out the drawer. Do not, I repeat, do not go out and buy whatever it is that you are going to put your stuff in until you see everything that you have, because that way you can decide if you even need anything. Alright, that's everything from the drawer. First thing I'm going to do is get my organizers, or the things that I put stuff in, out of the way. Next, we're going to get like items together. And as you can see, there are a ton of band-aids. I have no idea why I have this many band-aids. So we're going to organize this as like items together. And this you can do the same way that you would if you were doing any drawer or anything. Get like items together first. Alright, my like items are together. Now what I'm going to look for is damaged packaging and also things which are expired. Anything which is expired needs to go. So let's do that real quick. Our mess is getting smaller. Now we're going to take away all the stuff that does not need to be in here at all. Then we'll combine repeat items as long as they're not expired. So I have 2 of these aspirin bottles. Already it looks better. Now, there are some things to be aware of. Just because 2 things are the same, we'll take these aspirin. They're not the same. One of them is 81 milligrams, the other one is 325 milligrams. Don't combine them into one thing. Remember all those cereal boxes that your parents combined just because they're all cereal? And that didn't work well. So just because things are sort of identical, make sure what you're combining is completely identical. When it comes to my band-aids, that's one thing I will combine so that I have a whole variety of band-aids together, so that way I can pick and choose from when I'm bleeding or when I need to get a band-aid. So those I will combine into one big package so I can pick and choose. You can tell I used to work in an industry where I had to have all sorts of band-aids and those sort of things available to me. So this is what I'm reduced to. Now I can go ahead and put this back into the drawer into a neat and organized way, and that's how I purge things. I go through and make sure that I have what I need, and I make sure that it's in a spot that makes sense. Now, not everything that's going to be in a spot that you're going to be like, well, I use it right here. Well, no. It might be a spot that it's just really convenient to you, and that's important, because just because it's not where you use it, you want to make sure that it works for you. This one is in my living room because it's always been in my living room. It just works there really well, and it's the easiest place to go. So let me get this back into the drawer now. Alright, everything is back where it should be, and it really is much neater. I mean, look how much more space I have just by getting rid of what needed to be gone, going through, cleaning it out, and I mean, this system falls in line with everything. No matter what it is that you're trying to purge, remember to get rid of the things that you do not use. Move the things which should not be where they are. Make sure that what you keep is what you're going to actually use, and it's not expired, damaged, ruined, whatever. This holds true for clothing, especially for clothing, because when you get into clothing, if it doesn't fit you anymore, are you actually going to wear it again? Did you like it to begin with? Don't hold on to things just simply for sentimental reasons. When it comes to kitchen appliances and kitchen gadgets and those things, make sure that what you're using is actually, what you keep is actually what you're using. And that way you're actually going to use it versus the whole, well, maybe someday I might use it. If you're one of these people who cannot get rid of kitchen gadgets, here's my suggestion. Take a box and put the I might use it someday stuff in a box. That way you can put a date on that box and see if you've used it in 6 months to a year. If you have not used that I might use it someday stuff in a year, guess what? You're not going to use it. It can go away and you will never know that it is gone. And don't fall into that old simple thing of, well, this is a brand new kitchen gadget. You should get it. You know, like the banana slicers. Use a knife. It's a banana. And they're really soft. You could even use a fork if you had to. Just remember, when you are purging things, like items together is very important in a space that you can use. I know this seems like it would be so simple and so easy and so ridiculous, but sometimes it is very, very difficult. Once you have it in an order that works for you, keep it up. Every week, go through those areas that you have a problem with and make sure that they are staying organized as they should. Now, my medical drawer doesn't get open that often. That's why I have a tendency to let it sort of go at times, simply because, well, I was in a rush and that sort of thing. But if it's organized and laid out in a simple way where I can see everything, I'm more likely to keep this organized. Well, what do you think? Does this help you in any way? Do you have further questions? If you do, let me know down in the comments. If you've done this, I would love to see a picture of what you've done. Just get a hold of me on most social media at cmcolemanhome. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You can share it. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos on this channel. I love making these videos for you, and I hope I get to see you again next time.